you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I have done a lot of things in my past that I hate, that I wish I could make go away. You're a fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real.
Before the video starts, be sure to hide any small animals. Shane Dawson, once YouTube's biggest gold boy, turned into a bottom feeder, demonetized YouTuber in the space of just a few months, who once produced some of the most popular videos on the entire platform, let alone documentaries, with his conspiracies inclining the rise of tinfoil hats. So what went wrong? Where did Shane Dawson go? Perhaps he left his life behind as a YouTuber to become a vet to take care of animals? I and others have an idea of where Shane Dawson has been these past few months, and let's just say he isn't a vet yet anyway. Shane has faced backlash for many years now, tree branching from controversy to controversy. The guy never seemed to learn his lesson, which resulted in him coming out with some very shite apology videos, to put it nicely. I'd say his earliest string of backlash came from past racist and extremely offensive videos in general. The problem with Shane's jokes is, well, they weren't really jokes to begin with. Most of Shane's past content consisted of stereotypes of different races, the jokes being ahaha I'm Asian or I am black, just blatantly racist shit. The thing is, if Shane took accountability for these terrible jokes and actually took it on the chin without trying to guilt trip his audience, then it might have actually been an okay apology, because I'm a firm believer of people changing their past distasteful behaviour, but Shane pretty much tries to dismiss it as I was sad and that's why I made those jokes.
I hate that person so much. That person was filled with sadness, filled with anger about their own issues, in the closet, constantly projecting on others. Just like, I don't know, just that person is someone who I don't like seeing.
You know, when I'm sad, I go for a walk, I listen to music, I don't make a film called Not Cool.
Wanna switch lives?
I'd rather eat my own shit. And I do. This is shit up in here.
And yet I'm still jealous of you.
There is a video doing rounds at the moment of Shane Dawson treating the cast and crew of his feature film, Not Cool, very poorly, I may add. The fact that he thought his movie was some sort of cinematic masterpiece is just funny looking back at it now.
It's been mentioned many times that is a problem for people. So if we just lose that, I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film.
Calm down. Most of the jokes in his movie were just edgy for the sake of it. Like, there was seriously no comedy combined with these stereotypes. You know, the lady who clearly has some sort of mental health issue but is displayed as crazy.
Why do I need a doctor to tell me that I'm crazy and a danger to myself and others? I mean, hello? I already have the voices in my head telling me that. I can't kill them, they're family.
I'm all for turning dark and serious issues into comedy, because if it's played well, it can actually work really well. I guess what I'm trying to say is he should have been a lot more clever with his use of comedy, instead of the punchline being, this person is blind, they can't see. He even goes down the path of making a character wanna f*** him.
Oh my god, you know you're attractive, it's annoying.
Wow, amazing hair and I'm attractive?
Yeah, here we go. Would I have sex with you? Yeah, probably.
If he was a dumb teenager, then okay, maybe he has matured now, but he was in his mid-20s when this film was made. But okay, let's just give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just has some growing up to do. Oh wait, hang on, what's this? Shane's Instagram live video.
I'm losing my mind. This is so f***ed. This is... Oh my god.
Oh right, so he hasn't changed a bit then, it seems.
As a victim of abuse myself.
Oh my god.
I mean, remember guys, Shane is an empath, as he claims before.
So I've learned I'm an empath, right? I want to help them and all of that.
But you're empathic.
He then goes on to explain his past experience, but With the context before, that doesn't make you an empath, it makes you a bit of a self-centered arsehole. Let's talk about fan meetups. They're a good way to meet your fans, the audience who support what you do. But Shane did some disgusting stuff with his fans, like really gross.
Please explain what you want me to do.
I want him to chew that gum and then give it to me.
In your mouth?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm going to jail.
If I saw a YouTuber doing that at an event, I would have called the police. I would have called the police, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this isn't normal fan-to-fan behavior. This is just so weird. But moving on, Shane got himself into some even deeper trouble when some clips of him started to surface of him trying to justify this. In his newest video titled Taking Accountability, which he spends around 18 human minutes not taking accountability. Shane does address the clip and explains that the clip was cut and taken out of context. He even claims that he said it was a bad thing. The problem with this is, even with the full context previously missing, he essentially still justifies it, but still says it's gross. He still justifies it as being alright. He even admits to fucking googling it, like seriously, what the f***?
Here's the worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like,
Oh,
I
God.
don't want to see.
You could
I don't
get
wanna-
arrested.
I know, but I didn't want to see. I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile for a second.
I also found this other clip where Shane discusses how Fred blocked him and basically admits to having intentions of some sort of sexual pleasure with him.
And I was maybe 19, and he was probably like, honestly, like 15, I don't know. And he was just like, yeah, you live in LA? I'm like, yeah. He's like, where? And I was like, North Hollywood. He's like, oh, I'm here right now. I'm like at a hotel. And I'm like, oh. And he's like, yeah, we should like hang out. It was like 1 in the morning. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, isn't that kind of weird though? And he goes,
As you guys know, a friend asking you to hang means they really want to pounce you on the bed and I mean, that's according to Shane anyway. I mean, you know, it was Shane who kind of admitted it.
so then I was just like setting up them hangout. And then I said something, I made like a really, really gross joke about like blowing him or something, because I thought it was going there.
Right.
And then he blocked me. And blocked me on Twitter, blocked me on everything.
Wow.
Deleted every tweet he had sent me, and I was just like, I went too far.
Very creepy, but it becomes even worse when you realize that Lucas was 15 years old at the time, which means essentially Shane tried to go down on a minor. Why did it take until 2020 to cancel this man? I'll never understand. But now on to the main topic of the video. You see, after this backlash, Shane Dawson uploaded his apology video. You know, the one where I said he takes accountability but just doesn't, which led to Jaden Smith making some justified rants on Shane Dawson's past. After an old clip where Shane Dawson was acting very inappropriate to a poster of Jaden's 11-year-old sister. I'm not even going to play the clip here, it's seriously so gross. Since June of 2020, Shane hasn't shown a sign of returning to social media again. Well, just not on his own, you see. But he has tried to make a slow comeback, just not in the plain sight obvious. Shane has begun his discreet return to the platform, however. From posting a random story where blah blah blah, ignore the fact that I did all those shitty things, just this by rock. He's also started appearing in the background of his boyfriend Rylan's vlogs too. Though a subtle appearance isn't a return, say, it's clear in the comments that people want their cat-loving creep, Shane Dawson, back. Please, Shane, come home. I too want to see part 2 of Not Cool. But anyway, Shane has made a few return in Rylan Adams' videos, and actually edited his newest video for him. And oh my god, you can tell, like he spends 8 minutes trying to hype up the intro for the video. The premise of the context is people eating a lot of calories in one go, but he's making it out like these people are being sent to war or something. It's besides the point anyway. Shane features in this heavily both on camera and behind it in the editing. Prior to this, Rylan uploaded a vlog in September with Shane in it, and to my surprise it actually got a decent response. But to me, it's almost like they were testing the waters to see if Shane could possibly make a return to YouTube, conceivably being more centered on a friend's channel or boyfriend such as Rylan Adams. It seemed to work. I mean, there are 9-year-olds in the comments going to full-fledged war with people, even going as far to labeling people as haters if they don't like Shane's actions. Shane left behind a lot of baggage after his descent into internet darkness. I mean, you guys remember Bobby Burns, right? The guy who made a fair but critical video on Shane Dawson, only to be called a hater and then flown out for a series, for God's sake. The guy is riddled with anxiety throughout it, and they try to push this agenda as though he's this hater to a bunch of young impressionable fans. After Bobby got backlash, Shane pretty much once again went radio silent. He did address it slightly on Snapchat, but he pretty much threw Bobby out to the dogs, known as his fan base. Two of my friends went into this in much greater detail. I'll link both of their videos below. The question is still floating over our heads though. Will Shane Dawson ever make a full return to YouTube anytime soon? Personally, I doubt it. I can see him continuing to appear in the background of other YouTubers as a guest, but honestly, I don't see a return of the documentaries for a long time. I mean, unless someone made one on him, you know, cause that's what Shane did. But come on, after the whole sociopath meme, which by the way, spread like wildfire in my college back in 2018, it made so many people self-diagnose people as a bloody sociopath. Not only did he try to villainize this mental health disorder, not all sociopaths are bad people. It's almost like they try to pull that card. To be fair though, this could have been more of Katie Morton's problem with the way she worded things. As Shane continues to creep his way back onto the platform, more talk about it spreads. But that's where the story kinda ends for now. So, what do we think? Cancel culture is extremely toxic, don't get me wrong, but I can totally understand where people are coming from with this case. If you have made it this far, then I really would appreciate if you could subscribe, or if you don't, I'll just fly you out and label you as my greatest hater. Shane Dawson, just get on with the production of Not Cool 2.